Guys, I'm trying to do the bread of life. Jesus is the bread of life in John 6:15. Real hard, but it's been good. Therefore, when Jesus understood that they were about to come, here they come, and take him by force. We're taking Jesus by force. We're making him come to make him king. Jesus, you must be king. He departed again to the mountain by himself alone. Jesus went alone to the mountain. Therefore, when Jesus perceived that they were about to come and take him by force to make him king, he departed again to the mountain by himself alone. Mountain, some people say mountain. John 6:16. Now when evening came, here comes the evening or nighttime, his disciples went down to the sea. There they go to the sea. So this is before the bread of Jesus' bread. They got into the boat, like this little stick figure. They got into the boat and went over the sea towards Capernaum. They're going to Capernaum. And I do not know how many disciples there were, so I'll just say 3. Either 12 or 3, I don't know. John 6:17. And it was already dark. It's dark. And Jesus had not yet come to them. Jesus hadn't joined them. Then the sea arose because a great wind was blowing. Sorry, here's no Jesus over here. Jesus hadn't come. Then the sea arose because a great wind was blowing. And the sea goes up and down and up and down. And it was already dark, and Jesus had not come to them. Then the sea arose because a great wind was blowing. John 6:19. So when they had rowed about 3 or 4 miles, row. They rowed 3 or 4 miles, which is 4 to 6 kilometers. They looked and they saw Jesus. There's Jesus. John 6:19. Whoops, let's read that again. So when they had rowed about 3 or 4 miles, they saw Jesus. John 6:19, drawing near the boat. So he's coming near the boat, approaching them. And they were afraid. They were terrified. So I look up Bible Hub, and I look up the verse, and it gives different words, different versions. And they were afraid. They were terrified. But he said to them, "It is I. Do not be afraid." Jesus and his disciples, looking terrified. No fear. It's I. Don't be afraid. Drawing near the boat. Jesus is drawing near the boat, and they were afraid. But he said to them, "It is I. Do not be afraid." Then John 6:21, then they willingly received him into the boat. Then they're like, "Oh, okay. We'll allow it. We'll willingly let you come." And immediately the boat was at the land where they were going. They immediately came to their destination. They landed on the following day, blah, blah, blah. Then they willingly received him into the boat, and immediately the boat was at the land where they were going. So next time we'll talk about Jesus as the bread of life. John is very complicated.